before we get into today's conversation, I'd just love to give out a big thank you to Tendo's parents, her mom and dad, for allowing her to come to this show and sharing what she has been doing in her life. It really takes a lot for someone to really come onto a show and really show that. And as I'm recording these videos, I try to make sure I involve parents as much as possible, because I really believe that with their cooperation, especially for someone who's below 18, it really helps a lot, and it also boosts the confidence of their child knowing that their parents are backing them up. So thank you very much, Tendo's friends, for allowing her to come onto this podcast, and Tendo for having the courage to do this. And another thing is, I would love to thank Shine Country Resort for allowing me to record from there, because they really provide this conducive environment for recording interviews. And even in case you want to have a party, or you want to go swimming, or have just a lunch with your friend, they have these beautiful environments that you can really have all that in. So a really big thank you to those guys for really allowing me to record there. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's conversation. It was really interesting and inspiring. And I just thank God for allowing me to do all this and to share these stories with you. So with that being said, let's get straight into today's conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Million Friends podcast. I'm your host, Shama Matovu, and I'm here with a friend of mine. Who am I here with today?
Tendo, Bridget, Namlondo.
Yeah, so how do you feel about being the first middle schooler on this podcast?
It's an honor to be here, honestly. Mm-hmm. It's also interesting to just talk about your life and
So, okay, I've asked you already this question, but how do you generally feel about being on this podcast? Like, by the way, when was the first time you heard about it, if I'm to start from there?
The first time, like hearing that you had a...
Like, okay, when was the first time the idea of wanting to come onto this show came to you?
Okay, it came when Ahava, she's in my class, right? So she was like, are you going on the podcast? And I'm like, no, I don't think I would really want to do that, actually. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I want to go. And I'm like, we go together. Mm-hmm. So she's like, okay, I'm not going anymore. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. So I actually asked you on what I would actually say. And you said you have a lot to talk about. And then that's when I gained courage to actually come and talk about it. Because I noticed that I had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So, is Ahava, if Ahava is watching, do you have any message for her? But she's not here. Yeah.
You're the one who is coming next year.
Wow. So to get into this podcast, okay, this conversation, I don't want to call it an interview. So let's start by talking about your interests, like your hobbies, what you love doing. Yeah. Because you recently told me about you like riding bikes, and yesterday we were talking, and then you randomly say that I have to go, and I'm like, where's she going now? Then she's like, I have to go ride bikes with my friends. So you seem like you love it. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I love bikes. Bikes is just something that will always be part of me. Bikes, it's just interesting. You go, and when you ride a bike, everything leaves. Like, your mind is not cluttered anymore. Like, you just forget about all your problems because it's interesting,
What about those people who are scared of like riding, Those people who can't balance on the bike, so it becomes trauma to them?
Those guys, I wish them good luck. Bikes are not easy also. But one thing that's interesting about riding a bike is when there's a bell on the bike and you actually ring it and people just leave your way. Yeah, that's interesting also.
Yeah, so if I have to ask you a question, do you remember the first time you rode a bike, or how that felt when you first got a bike? Or I don't know. But I remember when I was young, I was like, I think 7. I always wanted a bike. Like, I would see them on the shops and I'd tell my mom all the time. So that, remember on my 8th birthday, 8th or 9th, my mom actually got me a bike. And as a boy, I don't know about you, but it was the whole world to me. So could you tell us what that moment was for you?
Okay, so riding a bike, it was actually a neighbor of mine who taught me how to ride a bike. And we were there, and then I almost knocked into her dad's car. And that's one memory I remember so well. And after almost knocking into her dad's car, I learned. And that moment when I got a bike, I was actually very happy. Because I had been asking my mom, when am I getting one? Like, when is it time? Because she would be like, no, maybe next year, like that. So I was like, when we got a bike, I was so happy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So apart from bike riding, what else do you do?
I love photography, anything to do with technology. Yeah, I love
Okay, technology is very broad. It could be agriculture, it could be fishing, it could be space. Which kind, okay, do you love the most? To start from there.
photography, like the tech for
Like what
photography.
exactly? What exactly? What exactly?
Cameras, okay, let's say cameras, lenses.
So you've worked with them before,
Not really. I haven't, but
but you just love them.
I just love it. Yeah.
Okay. So recently you told me about some woodwork things you were doing. Yeah, and that is one of the biggest reasons why I actually got like so interested. And okay, even though just having you as a friend would have been so good, but I was like, okay, I don't know. Most people don't think woodwork or anything like that is cool, and I think you're going to give us a better picture of it. But to me, honestly, especially because you're young, you're like 13. You recently made 13 like a few days ago, and you're doing already that. And I don't want to say so much. I want you to tell your story, but basically tell us about that woodwork, how you got into it, and what exactly you're doing. Because right now I'm giving a general picture. I want you to take us into that. So yeah, you say it's one of the things you're doing a lot. So yeah, how did you get into it? Why that in all things?
Okay. How I got into woodwork? It's just a mentality I had. So many of us, when we go, there's this place called Nina Interiors, a place where they sell furniture in Luboa. And this place, we went there and I looked at this dining table. It was a 4-seater, and it was at 6 a.m. And I was like, wow, this actually brings in money.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm to make, I just imagine in my head, if I'm to make, like, let's say a 12-seater, I can make like 30 million from it. And considering I liked photography, right? Photography equipment is very expensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's so expensive. So I was like, you know what? If I'm to make a 12-seater, this money can actually buy all that equipment and I can do both woodwork and then photography.
Wow, that was smart.
So
yeah.
I always have those thoughts. Yeah.
You know, let me not pretend as if or anything on camera. You know, this is the second time you're telling me this, and to be honest, it still sounds like amazing. To be honest, I won't lie. I'm not faking this reaction or anything like that. But if I had a question to ask about that woodwork thing, so how did you start? Like, did you randomly like ambush those guys and like, I'm now a carpenter? Okay, like how did you start? Because you've told us why you began, but how did you start?
How did I start?
Yeah, and at what age?
At what age? I was 12.
So it was last year.
Last year.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this year. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How I actually got into it was I asked my mom, can I get a drill? Can I get wood? And she's like, oh. So she starts looking for people on X, Twitter. And she came across this person. He's called Mr. Iragava Charles. And he's actually the person who teaches me woodwork. And we asked him and he actually allowed me to go and learn from there.
Yeah.
So that's how I actually got into the woodwork itself. Yeah.
So you randomly asked your mom. Okay, it's just random. Like,
Okay.
it's, to be honest, it's just imagine you wake up one morning and your daughter is asking you. No, let me even make it more like dramatic and stuff. Your 12-year-old daughter one day just knocks on you. Good morning, mommy. Can I have a drill?
Actually, before I asked for that drill,
Yeah.
I'd actually got a tape measure, right?
From where?
The supermarket. And I was measuring things.
Like, did your parents know about the tape measure?
Yeah. My mom is the one who bought me the tape measure. And
But she didn't know
screwdrivers.
why. Or she kind of had an idea.
I don't know.
She just bought you
the
stuff.
tape measure. So I said measuring I just measured stuff and I was like, you know what? This is my thing. I measured the dining table. I watched DIY stuff and yeah.
Yeah. Okay, like the reason I'm laughing is I just imagine this 12-year-old okay, let me stop saying 12-year-old, but this person just randomly measuring around. Okay, I've also been there where you just obsessed about something, but okay, could you try to tell us what you think was in your parents' mind at that point when you like randomly buying equipment and measuring stuff and
I don't think they were surprised.
what do you mean?
I don't think. Because generally, I'm always building something. Out of cardboard, I just build
Wow.
something.
Yeah.
So I don't think my mom was. She didn't. I don't think she really thought much of it. So yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. So, what's the most interesting, or like, what's the best project you worked on in like woodwork? What's something you've done or something like that?
Actually, one of those projects that I've done and I'm actually happy about it was the bookshelf. It was an interesting project. Yeah,
Yeah. How long did you work on it?
it's a 6 weeks. That's a long time.
I know. Some of us can't spend 2 weeks on something. I think the thing I've kept so long, like for a very long time, I think this YouTube channel or something like that. Because I don't know about you, but I'm always switching things. Like something interesting comes up and you just jump on it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
wow, 6 weeks. And could you tell us like about how you made it, like how the idea came from, like because you'd have made anything else. So basically, tell us something, or tell us a bit about the bookshelf itself. Like, why did you choose to start with that?
Okay. The initial idea was to make a TV console, right? But then I found out that the TV console was too small, and it would
What do you
look
mean too small?
like it was supposed to be a TV console, but I thought it would be better as a shelf.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And the books, there were so many books in the sitting room, and I thought,
So you made it for home.
let me
Wow.
help out, and instead of buying a bookshelf, let me actually make one, and we fix this.
Yeah. I have a question. You've talked about someone mentoring you, okay, helping you as you enter that thing and stuff like that. So, what is a day like in your life when you're going to the workshop or when you're working on something?
Okay, a day in my life when I'm going to the workshop, my weekends are always so busy because when you go to the workshop, it means you're going there for a full day and you go home late. And then the next day is Sunday. And
Yeah.
after Sunday, of course, no, you go to church on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And after that, you have to do your homework quickly, and then it's just too much because the homework is a lot and you're literally rushing through it. So yeah, it has taught me time management and discipline. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what time do you wake up? How do you like? Do you eat lunch from there? First, tell us about those details. Like, okay, just imagine today is Friday. You may be done with school and stuff like that, and then you're preparing. Tomorrow, you have something you got to work on. So, how do you prepare and stuff like that to go to the workshop and stuff? How do you get there? Yeah.
Okay. How do I get to the workshop? Of course, I go with my mom. My mom drops me there.
That was
Yeah, and then preparing to go to the workshop, you get all the stuff you need, the drill. The
So you take
saw.
your own things.
Yeah, like all the equipment. You take.
So you have like a tool bag, a
Yeah,
toolbox.
toolbox.
Things I wanted to do now as a child.
Yeah, so you have that, and then in the morning you just put on your overall, glasses, mask.
Oh, so you actually have a whole fit. Damn.
You put everything on, and then you go with your equipment, and then the lunch part you eat from there. Yeah,
That must be so cool. Have you taken any picture like in the full thing and
the food.
like no like that when you're in the overall glasses and you
Yes, the
You
first
should-
day
you should share them,
I
yeah.
had tried the overall. Yes, yeah.
wow. So like are you the only child there or like there are others?
I think I'm the only child there because there's this other gentleman. People call him a senior learner. That's his nickname there. So
Yeah.
I think he's 17. He's
So they
in
call you a
S4.
junior learner.
I don't know. For me, they just call me by my name. I'm just Tendo. They call him a senior learner. He's 17. I think he's in S4. So he's also learning, but he's learning from the other guys at the workshop. Like
Oh, okay.
they are the other employees are in the
Workshop. Yeah. Okay. So if I'm to, I don't know. I hope I'm not asking too many questions, but what's the most interesting thing you think that you could work on doing like the carpentry thing? Like, what's one project maybe you'd want to work on or something like that?
I think
The most interesting one, yeah.
one project I would love to work on is a gaming desk, honestly.
Why?
I love gaming, anything to do with gaming. It's just interesting. And a gaming desk, they're expensive, like really expensive. And this project would actually be very interesting because you have made a table
Yeah.
and yeah.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So I have another question. So during your whole time working, or like since you joined Woodwork, I don't know how long it has been, maybe a year or something. What's the most what's the most impactful lesson that you've learned or you've been taught either by your mentor or something that Woodwork itself has taught you?
Something about woodwork is you have to be patient. There are many processes that come with woodwork.
For
There
example?
is sanding, measurements, drilling, varnishing, like painting. There's so much that comes with woodwork.
Yeah.
And if you're not patient enough, your project won't come out as good as it's supposed to come out because you're rushing through it and you really want to finish it. Yeah. That's one lesson I've learned from
So
woodwork.
it's time, it takes time,
Yeah.
basically.
You have to be patient.
Yeah. So what do you want to be? Like, are you planning to continue with woodwork until like you're grown up? So basically, what career do you want to go into?
A career I would love to go to is, let's say, real estate and being a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Yes, being a lawyer and real
Man.
estate.
Like the reason I'm reacting is now I think 90% of my friends want to be lawyers. It's just getting sad. Well, just imagine you're in a workplace alone. Anyway, yeah. But yeah. So, do you feel like you're wasting time by being in woodwork yet you want to do law? Because there's some people who do that. They're like, why should I play football seriously and stuff like that, or do something yet it's not in my career path? Do you think you're wasting time?
No, I do not think I'm wasting time
Why?
because nowadays kids do not have a skill with their hands. Many kids are at home, computer, tab, phone, but
That's still a skill, yeah.
i-
Okay, I get it.
but they actually don't have anything to do with their hands.
Yeah.
And if I'm not wasting time because I have something to do with my hands, I have a skill, and then of course I can do the stuff of the computer. So it's balanced.
Wow. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get this straight. Basically, okay, you have the skill, like hand skill, something, a woodwork. You're interested in tech and things like that, like lenses, camera, also like photography, and then you also want to be a lawyer, real estate. So I'm not like trying to attack or anything like that, but they all seem to be in different directions. How do you manage on keeping yourself together?
I think I don't.
Because you're a person of many interests, which is not bad. It's actually really good, but many people struggle with like finding a lane. But you seem like, by God's grace, you already know what you want. So how do you plan on managing that?
I think what works will work.
What do you mean? What works will work?
Like what I really like if I really like it so much, that's what I'll go with.
So right now, what do you like the most? Imagine you were given all those things like on a table and all the options laid out before you, like maybe the woodwork, and you see like you'd be doing like expensive pieces maybe for even like royals and stuff like that. On this other side, or expensive pieces even for cars, like these cars of these days have wood in them, and it's luxury not being local, except us who make local cars here in Uganda. Like I know a place that does that. But the woodwork there, like a bright future. Then also photography, like all that gear, you have a sponsor who's going to like put in and teach you, and you be handling major events, Grammys, Emmy, whatever, all those things. Then you also have like real estate. Then you also have. So which one would you pick? Like which one do you love the most? In case you had no limitations.
Photography.
Photography.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
I'll go
Okay.
with photography.
What do you love about photography? Because you seem like.
You get to capture moments without, like you capture a moment, but without You're literally telling a story, but
Yeah.
behind the lens.
Damn. Damn. Okay, that's wow.
Yeah.
So that's what you love about. I've never heard of such an answer. Like, I've heard of people tell stories to capture moments. I've heard of people write, but photography. Okay, let me not overthink of that. Overthink of that. Yeah. So we're coming to at the end of this episode. Let me try not to swing on this chair. I've come to the end of this episode. But the end could mean also 15 or 10, 20, 30 minutes from now. And we've come to the part where you leave a time capsule behind and nominate someone. So I don't know which one you want to start with. You want to first leave a message for future you? Because for me, if I'm to leave a time capsule, I usually tell a future me that I love chapati and I don't know, future me may not even know what chapati is.
Okay.
Life happens and you forget. But yeah, we have the time capsule and the nomination. So would you want to nominate someone first or first leave a message for future you?
Let me first leave a message.
And look into the camera or you just feel free.
Okay.
Yeah. Just imagine yourself 10 years from now watching it, or maybe even your grandchildren.
Hi, future me. I see you made it. Don't stop believing in yourself. Don't believe what others say. Yeah, that's my message.
I thought you were going to give the Snoop Dogg line. Yeah, that was beautiful. And so the moment that many people are usually waiting for in all these podcasts and episodes and the show, China, who do you want to nominate next on the show?
I would love to nominate Elijah and Arthur to come here on this podcast and talk about how being a smart kid is, just telling us how maybe you revise how you do
Basically
it,
their life, wow.
your life as a smart kid.
Yeah, so Elijah and Arthur.
Welcome to the show.
I was actually about to say you've had it for yourselves, but you've seen the welcome to the show, and hopefully you guys watch it. I know Elijah usually comments down in the videos, so I know Elijah is going to watch this for sure. And Arthur, your brother was here. Come and continue. Maybe next Aaron will be coming. I don't know. So yeah, Elijah and Arthur, you've been nominated, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. So yeah, that has been today's episode. Do you have anything else randomly you want to say? Maybe a shout out to anyone, or maybe
I'll go with a shout out. I want to thank my Auntie Joy. Yeah, she has been a good person ever since birth. She's actually the first person to carry me. Do you know that's interesting?
Wow.
Yeah, and then my uncle, Colin, he has been helping my mom. He has been helping us. There are days when my mom can't drive, like she's so tired. And he just steps in and then helps us, Yeah, so thank you. Also, the person who teaches me woodwork, Mr. Charles, thank you for accepting me to come and learn. Yeah.
You're going to give a shout out to
No.
Yeah, anyway, I'll do it. Someone in a previous episode commented that they want to see an episode where Chua and Mugaju are on the show at the same time.
Yes.
So I don't know if those two will watch this, but probably one of them will. Tell them that they were also nominated by someone anonymous. Almost a big part of this show.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I think that has been today's episode. You have anything random else to say? But do you read books?
No. I don't like books.
Anyway, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.